Hi everyone, I am Dr. Malaika Falla. I am passionate about inspiring change through interconnectedness and taking compassionate actions towards our fellow human beings. Today, I am going to have a conversation with you about personal empowerment, which is the same as self-empowerment, and the subject matter is understanding personal empowerment. We are looking at personal empowerment or self-empowerment through the lens of interconnectedness. So that helps us break down our personal empowerment in order to keep on track with the fine definition of understanding personal empowerment in this respect for this discipline. So personal empowerment to oneself is truly the beacon to our ultimate needs for our own existences. Ladies and gentlemen, we cannot be valuable to others if we do not have the means to be valuable to ourselves. It's very clear. The first step here to become personally empowered or self-empowered is to be fully aware of the person you are. What we agree, absolutely. Knowing you are a person who has XYZ quality, you are aware of that qualities that you have, and you have identified with what you're passionate about. It's very, very important that you must first of all become fully aware of who you are, because what matters most to you is not necessarily going to be a matter of fact for someone else. What are your values? It's not necessarily going to be the values of others. So what matters to you? What are your values? What are your beliefs? So from those answers, I believe that you will be able to place within yourself that enables you to begin the process of improving your self-empowerment. It gets a little bit cloudy, but as we move along, you will understand that is broken down to you as a person. So from those answers, as I put it, you ask yourself, what really matters to me? What are my values? What are my beliefs? So from those answers, you begin to place yourself within a place of meaning, where you find meaning to yourself, and ways in which that you can become meaningful and purposeful to society and give back after you have personally empowered yourself. So what belief and what you believe, basically, what you believe and think inside is going to drive that which you do outwardly. So to fulfill those thoughts, and belief is what really drives what's inside of you. You make a choice to do what you want based upon what's inside of you. There's no question to that. We inwardly bring out from within and put that out to people. If we're sad, you definitely notice a sense of sadness. We're happy, you notice a sense of happiness. So make a choice. When you make that choice to do what you want based upon what's inside of you, simple and complex at the same time. I guess what gaps that perhaps what gaps that division between what you believe and think and what you do is pure will and intentionality. My past videos spoke about purpose with intention, and so follow some of those last 3 videos. It may help you come to pal with where I am, talking about the division between what you believe and what you think, and what you do is pure will and intentionality. How does one make what one wants into what one does? That's a huge one to ask. Again, the answer is will and intentionality in this regard. I put it in this respect. So one must be fully committed to converting beliefs and thoughts into intent and ultimately results and outcomes. Have you ever thought to yourself, I did really like to do this or that, whatever that may be? From where do you think that like comes? Most often, I do believe that it comes from a place that is deeper inside you, which likely originates on the level of our values and our beliefs. So from there comes our purpose, which drives our desire to do something. So making something happen involves a continuous which begins at identifying who we are, and ends with actually making something happen. It is then up to us to fill in the steps in between the beginning and the end of that continuum. Well, in most life, most of us simply float around and react to the environment in which we find ourselves. Most of the time, I believe, in my opinion. Most rarely, some of us disregard or at least understand those factors, and with purpose intentionally drives our outcomes. Something to remember is that purpose that intentionally drives our outcome. So the difference is to allow our environment to control us. The difference is allowing our environment to control us versus choosing to control ourselves within that environment. I'd like to use several examples, but I want to keep it in a place where it's clarity, it's addressing the beginning of understanding how one can be on the bridge to become personally empowered. There are several ways, and this is individual preferences. There isn't a distinct way to be. This is just among many other ways and a suggestion. There is nothing magical or mystical about this notion, because we either think we cannot control our lots in life, which is our environment, or we don't. Being regulated to to the status of a victim gets for us whatever our environment dictates, as a compare to believing we are in control of our lives and purposefully dictating our direction. So that tends to happen a lot of time. And are we fully in control of ourselves? Are we fully in control of our lives, and are we fully, purposefully dictating our direction, spell the difference between the being for nothing in life, or do you want to prosper? Do you want to not succeed, or do you want to succeed? You know, our environment are sometimes basically stagnant, and it's unresponsive to things. Things tend to stop. It's not moving anymore. They are what they are and have no loyalty of allegiance to anyone. Environments are what? They are objects and care not whether we succeed or fail. Conversely, purpose and intentionality are dynamic, living and breathing constructs within ourselves, which enables movement beyond one's environment. Should one even care more about one environment, or what does one within one environment want? You know, this entire exercise, I grounded it in the proposition that you control your own reality. That's the key to starting to understand how can I become a self-empowered person. It has a little to do with the way things appear to be, but rather the way in which you will basically then let it be. So you must first take control. When you have completely given yourself that permission, you've taken a control of yourself to say what is your reality. You then will be able to give permission to your reality and allow your reality to be the way you want it to be. You know, environments are merely smoke screen that sometimes derail you from achieving what we sometimes intend to achieve if we do not align, if there isn't an alignment with our reality. If we are not making purposeful choices that determine how we can navigate ourselves through our reality to achieve fruitful and prosperous outcome, what's going to happen? We're going to find ourselves in places that we simply do not want to be. So what are some of the things that we are going to do? So let's think about some of the things. We want to ground ourselves with personal growth. These are just few things to put out there. We want to take ownership for who or what we are. We want to learn to say no to people so that we have time to fulfill ourselves and develop ourselves. We want to identify what we are passionate about. We want to become goal-oriented. We want to live a mindful and a passionate life. But at the same time, living a mindful and a passionate life, we also want to live a life of awareness. That mindfulness be there, here and now. Knowing when or when not to. That awareness is having that sense of sense of feelings about when situation isn't right, how you can react to the situation with empathy. You want to be relatable. You want to build relationship. In order to coexist with your internal and your external world, you simply want to have a means of coexistences. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are a part of something larger, sharing the same zip code, and that zip code is called planet Earth. So let our thoughts be collective and meaningful. Let us choose our words with intentions for the greater good of humanity. I just wanted to briefly, been having two very long videos, briefly throw in something short with personal self-empowerment, which is in personal empowerment, and just something that starts the conversation with understanding how to be personally empowered. I want to say thank you for tuning in this and today. I look forward to connecting with you through my next video. I am truly humble and grateful to be able to interact with you. Thank you so much, and I want to wish you a beautiful rest of the day, and have a lovely day. Goodbye.